Okay, so I'm back, and this is going to be a fun thing to edit. But when we left off, I had a dry throat, and now I got something to drink, so I'm happy about that. And now, I'm still not sure how to make this work. So I think that I'm going to try that and see if this works. This is the one. This is the window I want. Oh, yeah, and of course it didn't just fail. It just didn't know what to do. Okay. No such file directory. What? What is it saying? There's no such file directory. Home, Seamus, real. Real is not the directory. Real is not the directory. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run the no, we're not playing this game. Okay, so CD. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this from the. I'm going to change directory, and I'm gonna run this from the directory it lives in, and not play this game. So, okay, so tilde / bin / o and on dot o. Okay. Command not found. Yeah. So now it's thinking, so now back over here. So it's saying line 4 on, command not found. So on is not a command. On is the first part of this string. See, I'm wondering if now just because it said on, it seems like this doesn't know it's a string. So I wonder if I should just define this as a string and then use it as an input. I'm going to do that because that seems to be how retarded this is. But again, I don't live in Bash because Bash is retarded. In string and str, and that's our new var, but you know, like, no, that's not what I want to put there. Okay, like, you know, like, I get why people don't use, like, people love Bash scripts, and those people just have lists of menial tasks that they get Bash scripts to do instead. They don't actually have to, like, I don't think people really do much logic in Bash scripts, because I don't like that. Okay, yeah, my var, okay, quotes, if you want quotes, like, yeah, so if you put double quotes, it thinks it's a real thing, it resolves it. If you put single quotes, it doesn't. I know that. That's it. That's every language. Okay, that's what I'm fucking up. That's what I'm fucking up. I should have. Okay, so that's part of what I'm fucking up. Okay, that's a good example. That tells me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, that tells me what I'm doing wrong. That tells me what I'm doing wrong. So this is executing this, was executing on this without this in here, and said, okay, I'm going to bind this to this. I'm going to associate these two things. And then I'm going to move on to this as if it were not just a variable, not just an input variable. I'm going to move on to this as though it's its own separate thing. So I probably can get away still using that as that. So that was nice. But again, I am not upset that I made a mistake like that. I would expect to make such a mistake because I don't write Bash scripts like ever. So I'm going to save this and run that command again. Okay. Failed. Okay, so what did it not like at all? So it said, okay, so this is the on Uno convert. Uno convert is Uno text is this program. It's this program. That Uno convert is this program. Because that is I think a script. let me open what that is. Because I've gotten errors from this before, and they show Uno convert, and I know that this uses the Uno interface of LibreOffice to do its work. So URL unified. So it thinks, again, it isn't reading this as one continuous thing. It's not paying attention to the fact that it doesn't think it's a. It's not reading this as a string. So I should probably make sure that it knows S1 is a string and then run this command. But I'm also going to take a look at what that item is. So I'm actually going to jump over to my computer, to my root directory, bin. Where is it going to be? I'm trying to think, because I don't think it's in. It might be in user bin, because user bin is part of the. No, it's not going to be an X11. It's part of the environment. Is this alphabetical? No, this is date modified. I want alphabetical. There's a lot in here. Okay. Make sure, yeah. ODT. Yeah, ODT. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So it seems like this exists in Etsy, and this also exists in where I thought it would exist. So actually, I'm going to change this again because I want to see the code. I'm going to change. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to go inside user bin, and then I'm going to search for that. I'm going to search for ODT to text, ODT to IE, ODT to beep. Okay, display. Hey, this is a thing, and it's read-only. Cool. So is this Python we have here? Actually, if I could do this all in Python, I'd be happy. Hey, this is Python. What is it doing? Cool. This is Python. Well, okay. So this is not what I thought this video would turn into, because I don't think a Python script would really be. Whoa, cool. Wait. Ooh. This is neat. I'm happy with what just happened here, because I've been trying to. Because the reason this is neat is because I wish I knew how to script LibreOffice Pi Uno, which I don't know how to do. See, Pi Uno. And this looks like this is scripting LibreOffice Pi Uno in this document, in this code file, in this Python script. So it's neat that you can have, that you don't need those extensions, because I've got Python scripts in my bin directory, and I don't think it's particularly pretty that they have .py extensions, and they're just links to files that exist somewhere else, so I could take those .py extensions off the links in the future if I want to update the links, which I'll never. Depending on how OCD I feel at the time, I'll do that or not. Okay. Actually, I need to open this in a real editor. So, this is a good video. It's getting all complicated. So okay. And what was this? Okay, so I need to close this. And I need to, empty project's fine. Empty project's fine for today. So I need to open, actually, no, I'm just going to click and drag. Okay. Because I want to be able to close this class. I want to be able to close everything that is not actually functional code. Because then I can just steal the functional code. And I don't know why all of this is in here. I don't know what this is. Options. No. 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 So main. Yeah, we want if name equal. Yeah, this is the one we want. This is the one we want. This is the function we want. Because this actually does all the work. This is a statement we want. Because this actually, yep. So this goes sysname, platform name, Python version, and imports all this into there, and it gets it as a string. Like this is older. I like using format for that. It's the more modern way. But again, so for f of find offices, this goes in, finds, this imports these things. So this. Okay, so if cannot find suitable PyUno library, Python binary in the appropriate directory, because you're supposed to have Libreoffice or the appropriate Office suite installed into this. So that's what this does. This finds that and gets annoyed about it. So this says for OF, for Office and find offices if. So this is a function that's somewhere else. Yeah, this is over here. This knows all the paths to where everything is. So it walks different paths and says whether or not there is the appropriate things in those paths, and it will give you an error if it's appropriate to give you an error. So I'm going to close that. Okay, so this if okay, so if this else, again, I'm not sure why this is here. Like, this is this part of, like, it's one indentation in, so it looks like it's part of this for this else, but I don't. But this is the if statement. So I'm not sure. I'm not really here. Ooh. Anyway, so it says we're also going to do this. Oh no, this is outside of this. So, okay, so it now pulls all this import stuff in from specific PyUno, which is the stuff that I've never played around with before. And now here it actually, okay. And now that we have chosen classes, build on them. Great. That's not an instance of a class. That's just the class that integrates all the classes above it. I don't know why they put that there. I don't think that's important. Uno progs. Yeah, like what's the actual function? Ooh, that's an earwig. I'm not really here. Ooh, no, I'm not. That's stuck in my head now. Oh, I got two new. Okay. I got distracted, and now I'm checking my messages. Oh, cool. Some people said hello to me. Ha 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 ha. That's a lot of PHP. Okay, a friend of mine gave me. Okay. This is annoying. I'll figure that out later. I have to put something into the internet. Okay. So this is an exception for if this thing dies. This is a try statement, try main. I don't know where main is. Let's look for main. There's fine. I'm just going to do a control F. Mark. Okay, so is it calling itself? I don't want previous. Okay, it's calling here. Okay. I'm not really here. Ooh, I sort of want to pause the video and listen to that instead. Okay. So this is the thing that it's calling. It's not putting anything into this function. So I assume this function pulls everything it wants. Global converter execode converter equal none, try. If that's set, then do that. If this is a thing, if that's been set, then do this stuff. Input function, else if for file name, converter equal converter for input function op converter. Well, this is very complicated, and I don't think this is actually gonna close. And I don't actually think my script is gonna work with this at all. So let me try. Let's not. Let me put this on the side for a moment and go back to. I don't need that open anymore. That's an example I ended up not showing you because I did other talking. Okay, so here it's saying that this is not correct because it's not taking this as a thing. So it doesn't think this is a string. It doesn't know that this is a string. So what happens? So I'm going to exit out of this and just for the hell of it, give it ODT to txt and ls and do it. So the write program takes that fine. So this is not a problem for the ODT program. This is a problem for the bash script because the bash script doesn't recognize the variable as a string. It thinks it doesn't think it's one continuous string. How do we make it think it's one continuous string? Because it's a long string. It's a long ass string. It's not just a string. Well, it's a variable. So we're gonna use this. Yeah, that's what I needed. Okay, but can I mix this all together? Let's try it. No. Yep. It's gonna poop in my face, isn't it? It's gonna poop in my face. Or it's just gonna never resolve because it doesn't know how to do anything. Because it doesn't know how to turn that into a variable. Because it doesn't know how to do any of this. It seems to be taking a while. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign because the other program that this program is calling didn't do that. So I think this is a bad sign. I think this is fucked. I don't think this is working. I'm actually going to jump in and take a look at the file to see. Nah. I can just do ls minus l. Yeah. So test has been created. Test is empty. Because for one thing, I never write bash scripts. And I have no idea how this bash script fucked up. So, again, this is supposed to run this command and then put it in this file, which we know it just created. And this argument worked now. But this probably didn't work. I wonder something. What if I just put it exactly the way I want? I wonder. I wonder, because it might not like the fact that I put that into a variable. So I'm actually going to cancel this, because it's not doing anything but wasting IOPS. And now I'm going to go over here, and could I just, I'm thinking I'll just take that and put it where this is and see what happens. I don't think that will be happy. I would, like, ideally, like, see, I think, okay, so obviously, I can set a Python script as a driver. Git doesn't care if a Python script is its driver. And I probably can get a shell script to also be Git's driver, but that's not the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is, this is a problem I get with ODF a lot, is that it's hard to make make LibreOffice really like I like LibreOffice for a number of reasons. I didn't have to pay for it. It's free. It works really well. I like that it looks and it's easier to use than Windows Office. But, I mean Microsoft Office, Windows Office, same thing. But like I'm getting in, like I progress it, like it's hard to script, it's hard to make, it's hard to automate. It's hard to like automate as if it were just another editor. It's hard to automate simply, which I don't like, because I'm a lazy person who doesn't, like, I'm gonna have to pick this up at some other point. But this has been an interesting time. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. You see, here's the problem. If I abandon trying to create a shell script, I don't know if I can get the fold part in here. I'm sure I can figure it out, but it might, but given how long the script is, it'd be in, like, See, I wonder if I can just import this into a Python script. Import this file, import ODT to TXT into a Python script, and then do what I'm trying to do in Bash and Python. That might be where this has to end. That might be where I'll pick this up some other time, because I think that this video is a little too long to. I'm gonna stop the video here and reassess and probably figure out what I'm not doing right. But at least you got to see me try to troubleshoot for a little while.